everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I had like little technical difficulties because like, it was lagging and things of that nature. So I had to go back and correct the settings. Now tell me if it's really lagging. So if you're watching back, everything is perfect. Might be perfect. I don't know. Personally, I want these videos to be professional, better than my Jubilee series. To be honest, like where the chapters go and yada yada yada. But it's on my computer, and I'm be honest, it's boring. I love doing everything on my phone. Yeah. What else I want to tell you guys? Okay, so let's get into it. We are in 72 and 82. This is the book of the course of the heavenly luminaries, and we start off with the sun. It says the book of the courses of the luminaries of the heaven. The relations of each in according to their classes, their dominion, and their season. Let's see. I want to see this. Hello, everybody. That was not it. So yeah. And their season. Let's see. I want to see this. Oh, snappers. Okay, I'm looking at it right here, and y'all not really reviewing the whole thing. Okay, so let's see. Oh, snappers. Okay, I'm looking at it right here, and y'all not really reviewing the whole thing. Okay, so let's see. So I can change this crap. Wait. Okay, that means I had to change it up, like my Canva up. So I can change this crap. Okay. Damn. I really do not know how to use. Okay, wait, hold on. I want to do something. Okay. If I delete, I don't want to delete that. I don't want to delete that. Oh, y'all see it now. I see that. Y'all see it now. Okay, good. Let's see. If I do it bigger, because I want to make the viewing experience nice. Okay, y'all hear like a echo, like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up. Okay, so let's go back in, and we're gonna go. Oh, my bad. Okay, that's actually perfect. The viewing experience is nice. Okay, perfect. It says the book of the courses of the luminaries of the heaven, the relation of each according to their classes, their dominion and their seasons, according to their name and places of origin, and according to their months in which Uriah the holy angel, who was with me, which is their guide, showed me, and he showed me all of their laws exactly as they are, and how it is with regards to all the years of the world and of our eternity till the new creation is accomplished with duration till eternity. it says, and this is the first law of the luminaries. The luminaries of the sun has its rising in the east portal of the heaven, and is setting in the western portal of the heavens. It says, hold on, I like how that says that. Okay, no, not yet. It says, I saw 6 portals in which the sun rises, and 6 portals in which the sun sets, and the moon rises and sets in these portals, and what rises and sets in these portals, and 6 portals in which the sun sets and the moon rises. It says, and sets in these portals, and the leaders of the stars, and those whom they lead, 6 in the east and 6 in the west, and all following each other in accurately corresponding order. Also, many windows to the right and left of these portals. And first there goes forth the great luminary named the sun, and its circumference is like the circumference of the heaven. And he is quite filled with the luminary and heating fire. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What is the shape of the sun? Okay, so we have here the sun is a circle. That's what. Okay, is a circle. The sun is a circle. Y'all look at that. That circle. Okay, we gonna learn together. That's the reason why when I read that I said, wait a minute. But it did say in the heavens though. But think about it, like okay. Let's just look at the word of the heavens. I wonder why that white people says that the earth is a sphere. So basically, the same shape as the sun is the heavens. Think about it. So, wait. We're going to go to the meaning of this word right here. So, we got the shape, whatever. Why on my phone it popped up the meaning, but now like on here it's just like going real slow. We're gonna take you out because I'm getting sick of all of you, and I don't want you to go slow. I'm gonna keep you. It says enclosing border of a curved geometric figure, especially a circle. A curve. A circular space. And okay, it says that he is quite filled with illuminating heat and a heating fire. The chariot on which he ascends, the wind drives, and the sun goes down from the sun goes down from the heaven. The sun goes down from the heaven and returns through the north and or in order to reach the east, and in so guided that he comes to the appropriate portal and shine in the face of the heaven. And this way he rises in the first month in great portal. Wait a minute, it says portal. Okay, never mind. I see something that I see. Okay, it says portal. I lost my spot. It says return through the north in order to reach the east, and is guided that he's appropriate and shines in the heavens. In this way he rises the first month in the great portal, which is the fourth. Those 6 portals is cast. And that fourth portal from which the sun rises in the first month are 12 windows, from which proceeds a flame when they are open in the season. When the sun rises in heaven, he come forth through that fourth portal 30 mornings in session and set accurately in the fourth portal in the west of the heaven. Reason why it says 30 more, on that day, the day is longer than the night by a ninth part. Do y'all think ninth part, like, do you think the part is like hours? Like, serious, ninth hour. Like, 9, wait, I can't spell. Ninth part. She's like, I can't spell. Like, seriously, I can't spell. What the hell? Ninth part, I can't spell. Whatever. Because I could have sworn that, like, in the New Testament, it refers like the ninth hour. See, right there, ninth hour. Do you think that this is talking about hour? When it says part, do you think it's hour? Man, when I was trying to do a live like the other day, man, I was stuck. I was still stuck in 72. And the day amounts equally to 10 parts, and the night to 8 parts. Now this part right here, I got confused. I was like, no, maybe it's not hours. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe they're right. 12 and 12. And night for 8 parts. And 8. We got 18. The sun rises from that fourth portal and set in fourth and return to the fifth portal of east 30 mornings and rise from it and set in the fifth portal. And the day becomes longer by 2 parts and amounts to 11 parts, and the night becomes shorter, amounts to the 7 parts, and it returns to the east and enter into the 6th portal and rises and sets in the 6th portal 1 and 30 mornings on account on its sign. It says, I said sign. It says, on that day, the day becomes longer than the night, and the day becomes the double the night, and the day becomes 12 parts, and the night is shortened and becomes 6 parts. And the sun mounts up to make the day shorter and the night longer, and the sun returns to the east and enters into the 6th portal and rises from it and sets 30 morning, and when 30 mornings are accomplished, the day decreases by exactly 1 part and becomes 11 parts, and the night 7. The sun goes forth from that. Does it say something about 10? Okay. Maybe it could be right. And the sun goes forth from the 6th portal in the west and goes to the east and rises to the 5th portal for 30 mornings and set in the west again in the 5th western portal. On that day, the day decreases by 2 parts and amounts to 10 parts, and the night to 8 parts. And the sun goes forth from that 5th portal and sets in the 5th portal of the west and rises in the 4th portal for 1 and 30 mornings on account of its sign, and sets in the west. And sets in the west. It says, and returns to the east and rises 30 mornings in the 3rd portal and sets in the west in the 3 portals, and on that day the night becomes longer than the day and night becomes longer than night. It says day shorter than day till the 13th morning, and the night amounts exactly to the 10th part, and the day to east 8 parts, and the sun rises from that 3rd portal and set in the 3rd portal in the west and return to the east, and for 30 mornings rises in the 2nd portal in the east, and in the manner sets in the 2nd portal in the west of the heaven. And on that day the night amounts to 11 parts, and the day to 7 parts, and the sun rises on that day from the 2nd portal and set in the west in the 2nd portal, and return to the east into the 1st portal for 1 and 30 mornings, and sets in the first portal in the west of the heaven, and on that day the night becomes longer and amounts to the double of the day, and the night amounts exactly to travel to 12 parts, and the day to 6. Okay. Where's my journal? I hate when I buy pens. I feel like there's some pens in here. Oh, wait, my pen. Okay, so, y'all, I want to tell y'all something. Like, doing these lives, like, especially on my, I feel like doing, like, these lives is kind of draining. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it really is. Hide down on my computer. No. I know what she put in my book. You know what? This is probably why I didn't like my phone. Okay, I'm back. It says, and the sun rises from the third portal and sets in the third portal in the west and returns to the east, and for 30 mornings rises in the second portal in the east. In like manner sets in the second portal the west of in the west. And it says, in the west of the heaven, and on that day, the night amounts to 11 parts, and the day to 7 parts, and the sun rises on that day from that second portal and set in the west in the second portal and return to the east into the first portal for 130 mornings, and sets in the first portal in the west of the heaven. And on that day the night becomes longer and amounts to the double of the day, and the night amounts exactly to 12 parts, and the day to 6. Mm. Like this, this right here is frustrating right here. It really is. And the sun has therewith transversed the division of his orbit and turned again on those divisions of his orbit and enters that portal of 30 mornings and sets also in the west opposite to it, and on that night has the night decreased in length by a ninth part, and the night has become 11 parts, and the day 7 parts, and the sun has returned and entered into the second portal in the east and returned on those his division on his orbit for 30 mornings, rising and setting. On that day, the night decreases in length, and the night amounts to 10 parts, and the day to 8. And on that day, the sun rises from that portal, sets in the west, and returns to the east, and rises in the third portal for 1:30 mornings, and sets in the west of the heaven. On that day, the night decreased in amount to 9 parts, and the day to 9 parts, and the night is equal to the day, and the equal is exactly as to its 364 days. Right. Okay, so if the days are shorter in the year, so maybe the hours are too. Okay, I got you. This is hard as hell. Might as well not keep the Sabbath or the feast day. Shit. It says the length of day and the night, and the shortness of the day and of the night arises through the course of the sun. These distinctions are made, for it comes that its course are made. So it comes that its course becomes daily longer and its course nightly shorter. This is the law in the course of the sun and his return as often as he returns. 60 times it rises. The great luminary which is named the sun forever and ever. It says rises is the great luminary is so named according to its appearance and according as the Lord commanded. As he rises, so he sets and decreases not, and rests not, but runs day and night, and his light is sevenfold brighter than that of the moon. But as regards size, they are both equal. This is 73. Man, how long have I been on that damn chapter? 30 fucking minutes. What the hell? A slow ass reader. What the hell? After this law, I saw another law dealing with the smaller luminaries, which is named the moon, and her circumference is like the circumference of the heaven. And her chariots is which she rises, driven by the wind, and light is given to her in definite measure, and her rising and setting change every month, and her days are like the days of the sun. And when her light is uniform, it is amount to the seventh part of the light of the sun. Seventh part of the light of the sun. Okay. So the seventh part is about the light of the sun. Okay, gotcha. Maybe on my spare time I probably had to read the sun portion all over again, because the parts that would be confusing me right there. And thus she rises, and her face is in the east, come forth on the 13th morning, and on the day she becomes visible. So when the moon is visible, what phase is that? Yes, it's the full moon, and it says constituted for you the first phase of the moon on the 13th day, together with the sun in the portal where the sun rises. On one half of her goes forth by the seventh part, and her whole circumference is empty. It says without light. Now this sounds like the new moon, like where it's just black, with the exception of 1/7 part of it and the 14th part of her light. Wait. Do you think that the sun decreases in its part if the moon does this? Okay, comment below if you think that. It says the 14th part of her light, and when she rises, 1/7 part of the half of her light amounts to 1/7 part in the half thereof. It says, and she sets with the sun, and when the sun rises, the moon rises with him. Now that is actually true. Have y'all ever seen, like, during the daytime that the moon is up and also the sun is up? That is actually true. It says, receive the half of one part of light, and in that night, in the beginning of her morning, in the commemorating of the lunar day, the moon sets with the sun and is invisible that night with the 14th part in the half of one of them, and she rises on that day with exactly a 7 part and comes forth receding from the rising of the sun. In her remaining days she becomes bright in the remaining 13 parts. I just want to tell you, I guess it might have no chapters, and I don't know what's wrong with my chapters, but it seems like I cannot put chapters on my podcast, and also on my on my podcast, and I used to have them. Okay, I just want y'all to see. So 74. Wait, this is 77. It says. That's what it says. That's exactly what it said, because I'm reading at the top. You probably is 77. I don't know. It says good. I don't know Roman numerals. Okay, so it says, I saw another course of, no, we still in the moon. It says, I saw another course of law for her, and how according to that law she performs her monthly revolutions. And all these Uriah, the holy angel, who is the leader of them, all show to me in their position, and I wrote down their position as he showed them to me, and I wrote down their months as they were, and the appearance of their lights till 14th day, the 15th days, which accomplished. In a single 7 part she accomplished all her light in the east, and in second 7th part accomplished all her darkness in the west. In certain months she altered her settings, and in certain months she pursued her own particular course. In 2 months the moon sets with the sun, in those 2 middle portals, the 3 and the 4. She goes forth for 7 days, and turn about and return again through the portal where the sun rises, and accomplishes all her light, and she receded from the sun, and in 8 days enters the 6th portal, from which the sun goes forth, and when the sun goes forth from fourth portal, she goes for 7 days until she goes forth from the fifth and turns back again, and 7 days into the fourth portal and accomplish all her light, and she receives and enters into the fourth portal in 8 day. Okay, Jesus, I just want to tell you, if I'm like relearning you and like this and that, how you know I'm going to turn back towards you? To be honest, you are learning. You found some scriptures in the Old Testament, and it kind of relates to me. It says she goes forth from 7 days and turns about and returns again through the portal where the sun rises and accomplishes all her life, and she receives from the sun in 8 days, enters the sixth portal. Actually, maybe not. I probably won't turn back to you because Deuteronomy chapter 30 is a bullet to the New Testament. So, never mind. It says, enters the sixth portal from which the sun goes forth. And when the sun goes forth from the fourth portal, she goes forth 7 days until she goes forth from the fifth and turn back again in 7 days into the fourth portal and accomplish all her light, and she recedes and enters into the first portal in 8 days, and she returns again in 7 days into the fourth portal from which the sun goes forth. Thus I saw there. Hold up, wait a minute. What the hell? Okay, so I don't know where I'm at. I'm gonna have to scroll down. LXX1V. LXX2 1V. 74. I knew it was 74. Why does it say 77 at the top? I knew I was at 74. Okay, good. Okay. Let's see. Where was I at? No one at the bottom. She goes forth from 7 days and turns around and returns again through the portals where the sun rises, and accomplishes all her light, and she is received from the sun in 8 days into the sixth portal from which the sun goes forth. When the sun goes forth from the fourth portal, she goes forth 7 days until she goes forth from the fifth and turns back again in 7 days into the fourth portal and accomplishes all light, and she receives and enters into the first portal in 8 days, and she returns again in 7 days into the fourth portal from which the sun goes forth. Thus I saw their position how the moon rose, and the sun sets in those days. And if 5 years are added together, the sun has an overplus of 30 days, and all the days which occur to it for one of those 5 years, when they are for amount to 364 days, and the overplus of the sun and of the stars amounts to 6 days and 5 years. 5 years and 6 days. My bad. 5 years and 5 years and 6 days. Every year comes to 30 days. It says, and the moon falls behind the sun and the stars to the number of 30 days. And the sun and the stars bring in all the years exactly, so that they do not advance or delay their position by a single day unto eternity, but complete the year with perfect justice in 364 days. In 3 years there are 1,092 days, and 5 years 20 days. So that in 8 years there are 2,912 days. For the moon alone, the days amount in 3 years to 1,062 days. In 5 years she falls 50 days behind. There is to be added 62 days. Not understanding this. It says in 5 years there are 1,770 days, so that for the moon the days in 8 years amount to 2,832 days. For in 8 years she falls behind the amount of 80 days. All the days she falls behind in 8 years are 80. And the year is accurately, completed in conformity with their world stages and stations of the sun, which rise from the portals through which the sun rises and sets 30 days. 75. It says the leader of the heads of the 1,000 who are placed over the whole creation and over all the stars. Is this the watchers? It says have also to do with the 4 intercalacterical days being inseparable for their office, according to the reckon of the years, and these render service on the 4 days which are not reckoned in the reckoning of the years. And owing to them men go wrong therein, for those luminaries truly render service on the world stations, one in the first portal, one in the third portal of heaven, one in the fourth portal, and one in the sixth portal. And the exactness of the year is accomplished through its separate 364 stations. For the signs and the times and the years and the days, the angel Uriah showed to me, whom the Lord of glory has set forever over all the luminaries of the heaven and in the world, that they should rule on the face of the heaven, and be seen on the earth, and be leader for the day and the night, which make their revolution in all the chariots of the heaven. It says in like manner 12 doors Uriah showed me open in the circumference of the sun's chariot in the heavens, through which the rays of the sun break forth, and from them one diffusion over the earth. I gotta look up that verse in Ezekiel. I really do. I have to look up those chapters. I gotta read it for myself. Over the earth when they are open at their appointed season, and for the winds the and the spirit of the dew when they are open and standing open in the heavens at the end. As for the 12 portals in the heaven at the ends of the earth, out of which goes forth the sun, moon, and stars, and all the works of the heaven. In the east and in the west there are many windows open to the left and right of them. One window at its appointed season produces warmth, responding as these do to those doors from which the stars come forth according as he has commanded them, and wherein they set corresponding to their number. And I saw was the stars that never set, and one is larger than all the rest. It is that they makes its course through the entire world. At the end of the earth I saw 12 portals open to all the quarters of the heaven, from which the winds go forth and blow over the earth. 3 of them are open on the face of the heavens, 3 in the west, 3 on the right of the heaven, 3 on the left. And oh wait, this is a new chapter. This is literally a new chapter. I just noticed that. And oh my god, 3 on the left, and the 3 first are those of the east, and 3 are of the north, and 3 after those on the left of the south, and 3 of the west. It says, through 4 of these come winds of blessing and prosperity. From those 8 comes harmful winds. Turn my phone down. When they are sent, they bring destruction on all the earth, and on the rain upon it, and on all who dwell thereon, and on everything which is in the water, and on the land. Okay, so about the winds. Oh, I gotta point that out. Let's talk about these winds. This sounds like Revelations. Let's go. Oh shit, I don't know where it's at in Revelation. But it's in Revelations. Yeah. Might be in 10. Don't know. Y'all see these 7 thunders? Could be 7 spirits of God. I'm trying to find the 4 winds. That's what I'm finding, the person who's watching. I know it's in Revelation. These not the seals. I checked it 9. There it goes. It's in 7. Right there. Okay, so it says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the whole earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth nor on the sea on any tree. And if you just got in, so you can screenshot 5 right here. It talks about about the winds. Wait, it's 4. These I'm gonna highlight it for you. 4 winds right here. And it says, in the first wind from those portals called the east wind, Middle East. Dang, can you imagine like all the winds blowing all together? That is destructiveness. Damn. That is so destructive. Think about it, all the 4 winds like released, and it's just like blowing on all of the earth. That is so destructive. Called the east wind, come forth through the 5th portal, which is in the east, inclining towards the south. From it comes forth desolation, drought, heat, and destruction. Okay. It says east wind. Okay. It says through the 2nd portal in the middle comes what is fitting, and from it there comes rain and fruitfulness, prosperity and dew. And through the 3rd portal, which lies towards the north, comes cold and drought. Oh Lord. And after these come forth the south winds through 3 portals. Through the 1st portal of them, inclining to the east, comes forth a hot wind. And through the middle portal next to it, there comes from fragrance, smells, and dew, and rain, and prosperity, and health. And through the 3rd portal lying to the west, come forth dew and rain, locusts, and desolation. And after these, the north winds from the 7th portal in the east come dew and rain, locusts, and desolation. And from the middle portal comes in a direct direction, health and rain and dew and prosperity. And through the 3rd portal in the west come cloud and hoar-frost and snow and rain and dew and locusts. And after these 4 are the west winds through the 1st portal, adjourning the north, come forth dew and hoary frost and cold and snow and frost. And from the middle portal come forth dew and rain, and prosperity and blessing. And through the last portal, which adjourns the south, comes forth drought and desolation, and burning and destruction. And the 12th portal of the 4 corners of the heavens, 4 corners of the heavens, I shown to thee my son Methuselah. It says the 4th quarter is called the east because it is the first, and the 2nd the south because the Most High will descend there. I'm happy that the Most High is coming, but that little man, that big man is powerful as hell. But I love him. But that's daddy though. That I love the Most High. Like I love the Monad. I love the Supreme One. Like I love him. Anyway, it says the West Quarter, and I don't play with the Supreme One. I don't play with him. You can have Jesus. We don't want him. Nobody don't want him. No. You can have Jesus. I want the Monad. It says the West Quarter is named named the diminished because there are luminaries of the heaven wane and go down, and the 4th quarter is named the north. Is divided into 3 parts. The The first of them is for the dwelling of man, and the second contains seas of water in the abyss, forests, rivers, darkness, clouds, and the third part contains the garden of righteousness. Oh, wait. Hold up, pause out. Hold on, pause. You ain't gonna tell me what you ain't gonna tell me. Everybody that's rewind and go back. It says in the fourth quarter, named the north. The north. And the third part right here, the garden of righteousness. Personally, what do you think though? I think this garden is the Garden of Eden. There was none on YouTube that I posted. But I seen something on freaking TikTok, and they really said that this book shows where the Garden of Eden was. I don't know if I posted on YouTube or not. If I didn't, I am a fool. I don't like myself. And this is supposed to be a truth page. I'm angry. Where is this thing? I saw 7 high mountains, higher than all the mountains, which are on the earth, and thence come forth hoar frost, and days, season, years passed away. I saw 7 rivers on the earth, larger than all rivers. One of them, coming from the west, pours its water into the great sea. This great sea could be the Mediterranean Sea. I don't know. What the fuck? It says these 2 comes from the north to the sea and pour their waters into this sea. I can't pronounce it. I'm not doing it. Sea in the east, and the remaining 4 comes forth on the. Oh, dang! I didn't even say it. Okay, so it says the north, right? It says forests, rivers, darkness, clouds. This could be where's that place at? Greenland. This could be Greenland right here. I forgot to say that. I'm sorry, but I don't know. But this is no. It says the Great Sea. This is not the Mediterranean Sea. What is the Great Sea? What is that sea? Not the Pacific, Atlantic. Yes. It says, and these 2 come from the north to the sea and pour their waters into that sea in the east, and the remaining 4 come forth on the side of the north to their own seas. 2 of them to the Black East Sea, 2 into the Great Sea, and discharge themselves there. And some says into the desert. 7 great islands I saw in the sea. 7 great islands I saw in the sea, and in the mainland, 2 in the mainland, and 5 in the Great Sea. We about to study your little rabbit habit ass. But not right now. Because we're pressed for time. Almost $1. I think we're almost done. It says the names of the sons are the following. What the? O, T, and the moon has 4 names. A, E, B, E. That's what we're going to say. Make sure y'all copy these names of the sun name and the moon. Nobody don't got time to pronounce this. Mr. Bonet, Yadobad, why? You and difficult shit that I can't pronounce. What is wrong with you? Hey, I feel like I've seen this name before. It says these are the 2 great luminaries. Yeah, it says that in Genesis. It says their circumference is like the circumference of the heaven, and the size of the circumference of both is alike. It says in the circumference of the heaven. So, if the sun is the circumference of the heavens, so you think the heavens goes like a circle? How the fuck that is, Sway? In the circumference of the sun, there are 7 portions of light, which are added to it more than to the moon. Hold up, wait a minute. In the circumference of the sun, there are 7 portions of light. Ooh, something may seem like a contradiction. Because this is exactly how I read about this part I just read about the sun. So it's the sun itself is providing the light of the sky. So I'm about to ask you a question. What is the light that he made? This was my old philosophy, that there was settings in the sky itself. Like, because for an example, like before the sun rises, is like the setting of the sky gets light. Gets light. But hey, which is added to it more than the moon, and its definite measure it is transferred till the 7th portion of the sun is exalted, and they set and entered the portals of the west and make their resolution. I am so happy I'm about to decode the Bible back to its original language. I'm so happy because we about to get the bottom of this. It says a resolution by the north, and comes from. Ooh, we can make a video. It comes forth through the eastern portals on the face of the heaven, and in the moon rises 1/14 part appears in the heaven. The light becomes full in her. On the 14th day she accomplishes her light, and the 15 parts of the light are transferred to her till the 15th day, when her light is accomplished according to the sign of the year, and she becomes 15. It says parts, and the moon grows by the addition of 14 parts, and in her waning, the moon decreases on the first day to the 14th part of her light, on the second to the 13th part of light, on the third to the 12th, on the 4th to 11, on the 5th to the 10, on the 6th to 9, on the 7th to 8, on the 8th to the 7th, on the 9th to the 6th. I'm hot. I'm sorry y'all gonna see these right here, but I'm hot. It says the 7th. This is all this melanin. It says it's like we the heat. It says 6 to the 9, on the 7 to the 8, on the 8 to the 7, on the 9 to the 6, on the 10th to the 5, on the 11 to 4, on the 12 to 3, on the 13 to the 2, on the 14 to the half of the 7, and all her remaining light disappears wholly on the 15th, and in certain months, the month it says the month has 29 days and wants 28th day. This has to be February. It says, and Uriah showed me another law when light is transferred to the moon, and on which side it is transferred to her by the sun during all the periods during which the moon is growing in her light. she is transferring it to herself when opposite to the sun during the 14th day. Her light is accomplished in the heaven, and when she is illuminated throughout, her light is accomplished full in the heaven, and on the first day she is called the new moon. For on that day the light rises upon her. She becomes full moon exactly on the day when the sun sets in the west, and from the east she rises at night, and the moon shines the whole night through. All the sun rises over against her, and the moon is seen over against the sun. On the side, once the light on the moon comes forth, there again she wanes till all the light vanishes, and all days of the month are at an end. In her circumference is empty, void of light. In 3 months she makes of 30 days, and at her time she makes 3 months of 29 days each, in which she accomplished her waning in first period of time, and in the first quarter for 177 days. In the time of her going out she appears for 3 months of 30 days each, and for 3 months she appears of 29 each. At night she appears like a man. This is talking about the moon. At night she appears like a man for 29 days each time, and by day she appears like the heaven, and there is nothing else in her saves her light. And now, my son, I have shown thee everything, and the law of the stars of the heaven is complete. And he showed me all the laws of these for every day, and for every season of bearing rule, and for every year, and for its going forth, and for order prescribed to it every month and every week, and the waning of the moon, which take place in the 6th portal. And for in this 6th portal her light is accomplished. And after that there is the beginning of the waning, and the waning which take place in the first portal and its season till 177 days are accomplished. Reckoned according to weeks, 25 weeks and 2 days. She falls behind the sun and the order of the stars exactly 5 days in the course of one period. And when this place which thou seest has been transversed, such is the picture and sketch of every luminary which Uriah the archangel, who is their leader, showed unto me. Hold on, wait. So we got LXX. Okay, this is 80. In those days, the angel Uriah answered and said to me, Behold, I have shown thee everything, Enoch, and I have revealed everything to thee that thou hast seized this sun and this moon, and the leaders of the stars of the heaven, and all those who turn them their tasks and times and departures. I can't wait to hear this part. Do y'all see this title? Perversion of nature and the heavenly bodies owning to the sin of man. I want to see this. I want to read this. This got me intrigued. This really got me intrigued. Are y'all intrigued as I am intrigued? Like, literally, I am intrigued. Listen to this. In the days of the sinners, the years shall be shortened. And it's so crazy. Like, when you think about the... Wait, do the actual canon Bible says that? I'm not talking about, what you call it? I'm not talking about, like the New Testament. Do the Old Testament says this? See, that's the reason why I'm studying the Old Testament to see. I'm so serious. We're studying everything. So the days of sinners shall be shortened, right? Look at this, 22. Except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Maybe this verse right here probably is talking about rapture. That's probably why it's shortened. Probably not killed, probably rapture. It says, and their seed shall be tardy in their lands and fields. All things on the earth shall alter, and shall not appear in their time. And the rain shall be kept back, and the heavens shall do it. I think I'm the freaking righteous because rain is always dropping. But if this talk about prosperity, on my Shekinah channel, that channel is prosperous. I am shocked. This channel is also, I was not expecting this channel to get 98 subscribers. Y'all, I thank you very much. I thought this channel was going to be dead. Thank you very much. It says, in those times the fruits of the earth shall be backwards and shall not grow in their time. That's the reason why we got GMO foods. Anyway, the fruits of the tree shall be withheld in their time. It is gotten slow. It says, and the moon shall alter her order and not appear at her time. And in those days the sun shall be seen and shall journey in evening on the extremity of the great chariot in the west, and shall shine more brightly than accords with the order of the light. This is talking about the sinners, y'all. This is what they see. And I bet you the sinners be like, man, the fruit is not coming fast enough. But they start making some stuff that they start doing copies. It says, many chiefs of the stars shall transgress the order prescribed, and these shall alter their orbits and tasks, and not appear at the seasons and prescribed to them. So, do you think the star of Bethlehem, being being in Houston, do you think this is why? Like observations. This observation. It says, and the whole order of the stars shall be concealed from the sinners. To be honest, if you actually think about it, I want y'all to look at the sky at nighttime. And this rings true. Because, like, you can't really see the stars at night. Some nights you can, some nights you can't. This actually is true. It says, and the thoughts of those on the earth shall err concerning them. Wait, what do people be saying? It says, and they shall be altered from all their ways, yea, they shall err and take them to be gods. I'm flabbergasted. Wait. I am flabbergasted. You really gonna worship a star as God? You should be ashamed of yourself. And evil shall multiply unto them, and punishment shall come upon them so as to destroy all. This is 80. This is 81. We almost done! Okay, we're doing good on time. And he said unto me, observe, Enoch, these heavenly tablets. And read what is written thereon. And mark every individual fact. Is this talking about people? Okay. And I observed the heavenly tablets and read everything which was written thereon and understood everything. He understood everything? I mean everything. everything. Anyway, it says, read the book of all the deeds of the mankind and on all the children of the flesh that shall be upon the earth to the remotest generation. Woo! He got that! Go Enoch! Damn! And it said, fourth when I bless the great Lord, the King of glory. He's the King of glory. Wait. Fred Henry had the song King of Glory. I think it's King that title is. What's this? In that he has made all the works of the world. He surely did. You better bless the Most High. You better bless him. Lift him up. I exhort the Lord because of his patience, and he blessed him because of the children of man. And after that I said, blessed is the man who dies in righteousness, in goodness. Concerning whom there is no book of unrighteousness written, against whom no day of judgment shall be found. It says, and those 7 holy ones brought me and placed me on the earth before the door of my house and said to me, declare everything to thy son Methuselah, and show to all thy children that no flesh is righteous in the sight of the Lord, for he is their creator. This sounds just like Apostle Paul in, was it Galatians? Yes. Broken. Probably because we are, I guess we were born sinners because of Adam's sin. That's probably why. But the law still counts as righteousness. 1 year will leave thee with thy son till thou givest thy last command, that thou may teach the children, record it for them, and testify to all the children. In the 2nd year they shall take thee from their midst. Let thy heart be strong, for the good shall announce righteousness to the good. The righteous with the righteous shall rejoice and shall offer congratulations to one another. And the sinners, oh, that's why I put my things up. I said, let me look presentable. It says, and the sinner shall die with the sinner, and the apostate go down with the apostate. And those who practice righteousness shall die on account of the deeds of men, and be taken away on account of the doings of the godless. And in those days they ceased to speak to me, and I came to my people, blessing the Lord of the world. 72? 82, my bad. Okay. Now we're in the stars. We learned about the moon, we learned about the sun. Now we're dealing with the stars. And now, my son, Methuselah, all these things I am recounting to thee and writing down for thee, and I have revealed to thee everything and given thee books concerning all of these. So preserve my son Methuselah the books from thy father's hand, and see that thou deliver them to the generations of the world. I have given wisdom to thee and to thy children. I see something in Enoch where he wrote is wisdom. And thy children that shall be to thee, that they may give it to their children for generation. This wisdom, namely, that passes their thoughts. But those who understand it shall not sleep. But shall listen with the ear, that they may learn this wisdom. And it shall Please those that eat their blessed than good food, like the word itself. Good food. Remind me of the New Testament. Blessed are all the righteous. Blessed of all those who walk in the way of righteousness and sin not as the sinners, in the reckoning of all their days in which the sun traversed the heavens. Can't even freaking spell off. I could have sworn I spelled that right. Okay, Enoch, you're right. Transverse the heavens, entering into and departing from the portals. It says exactly definition. For 30 days with the heads of thousands of the order of the stars, together with the four which are the incalculable, would devise the four portion of the years. And that's where you get the four from. Which lead them and entering with them 4 days, owning to them men shall be at fault, and not reckon them in the whole reckoning of the year. So Enoch is saying it won't be keeping the correct calendar. It says something like that in Jubilees as well. Yea, men shall be at fault and not recognize them correctly. For they belong to the reckoning of the year, and are truly recorded thereon forever. One in the first portion, and one in the third, and one in the fourth, one in the sixth, and year is completed in 364 days. Okay? It says, and the count thereof is correct, and recorded reckoning thereof exact, for the luminaries, and months, and festivals, and years, and days, has Uriah shown and revealed to me, to whom the Lord of the whole creation of the world has subjected the host of the heavens. And he had power over night, day, and in the heaven, to cause light to give light to men, sun, moon, and stars, and all the power, and the glory, all the power of the heaven, which are revolved in their circular chariots. Wait, hold up! Circular chariots. I'm just gonna highlight this part. Yo, what does that sound like? Is science, NASA, is really a lie? It says circular chariots. Circular chariots. That this is going to be a short. This really is going to be a short right now. I'm going to make it right now. Right now. Let's see. I'm going to make it right now. Because it has to be exposed.
With personalized coupons.
Okay, we're pausing right now. We're just gonna pause right now. Get you some what's name. Like I said, I'm gonna make a short, like literally right now. And he has power over night and day in the heaven, to cause the light to give light to men, sun, moon, and stars, and all the powers of heaven, which revolves in a circular chariot. Okay, it's saving right now, so let's keep on moving. Keep on rolling. And won't out that door. Da 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 da. And I'm gonna be posting that when I get off this line. It says, and these are the orders of the stars, which is set in their places, in their season, and their festivals and months. It says, and these are the names who lead them, who watch they that enter at their time, in their order, in their seasons, in their months, in their periods of dominion, in their position. There are 4 leaders who divide the 4 parts of the year, enter 5, and after them the 12 leaders of the orders who divide the months, and for the 360 days there are heads over 1,000 who divide the days. For the first intergalactical days there are leaders which sunder the 4 part of the earth, and these heads over thousands are intergalactical between leaders and leaders, each behind stations, but their leaders make the division. And these are the names of the leaders who divide the 4 parts of the year, which are ordained. Is that Michael? Mika. What the? H. Mijalia and Nirael, and the names of those who lead Adar Nariel and I Jashushalar and Emiel. I'm sorry, angels, I'm messing up your names. It said these are 3 follows the leaders of the orders, and there is one that follows the 3 leaders of the orders, which follows these leaders of stations that divide the 4 parts of the years. I know. In the beginning of the year, Melchijah rises first and rules, who is named Tamaniah, and son in all the days of his dominion, while he bears rule on 91 days. And these are signs of the days which are to be seen on the earth and in the days of his dominion: sweat, heat, and calm. And all the trees bear fruit, and leaves are produced on all trees in the harvest of wheat, and the rose flowers, and all flowers will come forth in the field, but the tree of the winter season become withered. And these are the name of the leaders which are under them: Berkael, Zili Basiel, and another one who is added ahead of 1,000 and called, you know what, let's try pronouncing these names. Ja. Oh Lord, just Miki, who one names the shining sun. So you name the shining sun, and all the days of his life are 91 days, and these are the signs of his days on the earth: glowing heat and dryness, and trees are ripe their fruit and produce all their fruit ripe and ready, and sheep pairing and become pregnant, and all the fruits of the earth are gathered in, and everything that is in the fields and the winepress. These things take place in the days of his dominion. These are the names and the orders and the leader of those heads 1,000. Jael, Kael, and Hiel, and the names of the head of 1,000, which is added to them: Aphael, and the days of his dominion are at an end. 2. No. I think that was the end, huh? just going a little skim. I think really that's the end. I think this is like 83. Yeah, this is 83. So wait. Yeah, this is 83. So y'all, thank you for watching. I'm happy to be back with doing live streams. I am going to be reading on here and not be doing it by book because it looks more presentable, readable, and professional. So thank you for watching and have a blessed day. And make sure you like this video.